What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. This your boy Tate. I'm back in the building. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, thanks. In today's video, we're going to be checking out the Action 5 Pro, but I'm gonna check out a few accessories that can go with it. Let's give it a little wipe down, man. I don't want to do that to make y'all think that I'm not, you know, taking good care of this bad boy. This is the first time I had it out of the case, though. I took it out of the case. We got to give it a wipe down, so let's do that now. We got the Action 5 Pro, and it's still dusty, so I'm not even gonna worry about it. And the first accessory that I'm going to bring in is the cage. Yo, you need a metal. Y'all can hear that? You hear that? You need a metal cage like this. There's plenty of cushion on the sides right there. Not much on the top, but once it's in there, it's so firm. It's not, you're not gonna have to worry about it clanking around and damaging your camera at all. The importance of having a case like this is because that plastic case, once you drop that plastic case, it's pretty much game over. If you drop it in this case, the chances of actually breaking this case with a regular drop is probably not gonna happen at all. It is gonna add a little bit of bulk to the camera and a little bit of weight because, again, it is metal, but I'd kind of take that as opposed to dropping it in that plastic case and then cracking the case and my camera. So anyway, you just slide it in, and if you had that rubber seal like this that was around the camera, you'll have to reinstall that. It won't install with that rubber seal on. No biggie. Anyway, just close the gate, and I've never had an incident where this case popped off. Now, I wish I would have waited and got a black one, but that's my only complaint. As you can see, if I wanted to get to like the battery and swap it out, which I rarely do, there's a tripod mounts right there. I forgot what this particular mount is, where the actual grooves go in, but that's for extra security. And it does attach magnetically to the DJI mount itself. Let me see if I can grab one of those and show you guys what I mean. So if you have the quick release system by DJI, this part right here is going to automatically or magnetically attach to it. As you guys can see, I mean, it's pretty much stuck on there. Now I can lock it in, you know, it's pretty much stuck to this magnetic quick release. But anyway, back to the case. There is a cold shoe mount right here, but that will cover up your speakers if you don't use like the DJI system. But if you're going to cover this up, 9 times out of 10 you're going to put an external mic on it. Anyway, you still have access to the power button. Let's see here. Well, the power button here, the record button at the top, I'm sorry, and you have access to the port right here for charging or getting that footage off of your camera. On the bottom section, same thing. You can put that on a tripod, and it has this fixture right here. I wish I knew what it was called. I do know what it's called. It's slipping my mind right now. You want to make sure that you have a metal case like this. Okay, so the next item is not this item right here at the bottom. We're gonna get to this. Is the quick release systems. Yes, your camera does come with one, but I recommend buying enough to fit the accessories that you have. I have one of these on each and every last one of my accessories. So the only thing that I have to do is connect, disconnect, connect, disconnect. That's the only thing I have to worry about. So let's take it directly to this mount, which is a magnet mount. You actually can see the magnets right here. What I utilize this for is for like when I'm in the gym. I've gotten a lot of shots for in the gym. If I'm beside anything metal, which is rails, fences, cars, the list can go on and on. I can actually just mount this to those particular items, kind of adjust it right here, and it does come like with a ball head, so there's not too many angles that I won't be able to get to with that ball head mechanism. And I'll tighten that bad boy up. Let's say I locked it to like a fence or something like that. Boom. Now I have the shot that I need. I can record hands-free with this just mounted onto something. Sometimes when I leave the house, all I do is grab like the power cable and this setup plus the camera and just walk out of the door. Okay, so the next item that I would recommend is a claw type of mechanism, something like this that you could put at different angles. You don't have to worry about like not catching the right angle for your particular situation. I utilize this on poles that are in my studio, poles that are on like fences, and actually the magnetic mount won't clip Two, the weights sometimes it just falls down. So I end up using the claw to kind of grab on to like the weight bar. And I did that shot a couple of times and it was able to grip on. The camera angle was perfect. I was able to get this particular claw item, you know, at the right angle that I needed it for. Man, you need one of these in your setup if you have an action camera to clip onto things that your magnet just won't clip onto. Now, this is sort of like something that you can get to kind of leave in the car if you shoot in the car a lot. So this is one of those items that you don't necessarily need. This goes on your sun visor, and I promise you it's not going anywhere. Once you tighten this up, clip this on the sun visor, there's no way it's gonna back out. There's no way it's gonna move. This camera does not weigh that much for it to drag this down. Let's say I was to clip this one on the sun visor. This will go on the sun visor somehow or whatever, but as you guys can see, the camera would be upside down. Now in post, you could just swap the camera from being upside down, but I don't like really doing that. So I got one of these to leave in the car on the sun visor on the passenger side. And what I do is, since I have this bad boy with the cold shoe, I have a cold shoe mount at the very bottom. I just slide it on, tighten it up, and it's not going anywhere. So now I don't even have to worry about flipping the camera angle or doing anything crazy. Sometimes I don't need the magnet mount and I know I'm not going to need it, like for a food review or something like that. So I get this particular device, which is a extendable tripod. Now they do have an extendable rod, but it doesn't come with the tripod in. You extend it and it extends pretty decently. You can get a lot of different angles with the ball head at the end. Kind of tilt it towards you or whatever in an extended manner like that. You can put it back in. Of course, the tripod is at the end. And in order to get the tripod flush to the ground, you'll have to kind of pull this part out. Let's see if I can get that out. All right, this doesn't want to go in. There we go. Boom. And set up the tripod just like that. Absolutely amazing. And again, put this down, you're sitting at a table, maybe you're doing like a food review or something like that. Let's get it facing me the correct way. And there you have it. Okay, real quick, the next item is a USB-C to USB-C cable. You just need this just in case when I don't have my batteries. That way I plug it up in my car, charge it up real quick. It charges up so fast until this is normally all I need. No extra batteries, just a tripod, this and this. All right, so the next item that I feel that you need for the Action 5 Pro is a charging case. It doesn't charge the batteries while the batteries are in there without actually being plugged up to a power source. You take that USB-C cable that I just showed you guys, plug it up, plug it into a wall or whatever you're gonna plug it up to, and it starts charging your batteries. I actually like this setup better. I hate when cases charge my battery, yo. What it's doing is basically charging your batteries every time your batteries are in the case, and it's basically diminishing the longevity of those batteries over time by charging them every time it needs to charge. So I like the fact that this one has to be charged up when I want it to be charged up. I guess that brings me to the one I decided to get, the Tellison brand. I did not get the DJI brand. It is expensive for absolutely no reason. I paid about 26 bucks with this, maybe 30, almost $30 with the taxes and everything, as opposed to getting the DJI one and paying about 90 some dollars plus the extra batteries. It's not gonna happen. Okay, the next item is a neck mount. And as you can see, I have that quick release, quick mount by DJI on this item as well. And man, this gets me so many POV shots. I don't even know what to say. This is an amazing device. Okay, so the next item that I would recommend you get for your Action 5 camera or your whatever, GoPro, whatever it may be, or the mic minis. But since this is a DJI product, I suggest the DJI mic minis. I'm using that right now, as you guys can see. So I won't be able to take one off because if I pull this off, it's gonna restart recording from both microphones, and I really don't want it to do that. DJI products have that quick connect, and it will quickly connect to your Action 5 Pro. When using the audio directly out of the camera, you kind of pick up everything, which I love. And sometimes, like I said, I filmed at a fair and it came out beautifully. You can hear my voice, but you can also hear the fair backgrounds. But sometimes you're gonna be in areas and you don't want all of that extra stuff. You want the noise cancellation. You want everything that comes with the DJI Mic Minis. These are the ones that you want to get, trust me. But if you don't like the Mic Minis and you want to be able to connect the lavalier mic or whatever like that, you wanna get the Mic 2s, man. The DJI Mic 2s are an excellent choice as well. You don't need the receiver at all in order to get crispy audio. That's all you need is the transmitter. I would suggest getting like a fanny pack, shoulder strap type of bag to kind of complete that lightweight equipment that I've presented to you guys unintentionally. I didn't even think about it, but this is like very compact items that you can bring along with you on a filming session. I grabbed this item that I showed you guys, and I'm just gonna start tossing them in. Got the tripod, boom. Got my USB-C cable, boom. The magnet mount, toss him in as well. Now, if I wanted to bring a pair of DJI Mic Minis, boom. Now, I'm not gonna throw this in because I'm never gonna actually pack him. He's always gonna be in the car chilling, so he doesn't count in this setup. But let's say for the fair, I needed these bad boys right here. Although they didn't let me bring the bag in the fair, I had all of this stuff in my cargo pockets. No problem. All right. So that was all of the items right there. But if I wanted to toss the camera in there as well, just toss him in and I'll just zip it on up. I may have stuff kind of set the wrong way, but anyway, this is my setup that I would walk out of the house with in comparison to a big DSLR bag that I normally would have. All of my items are in here, and 9 times out of 10, the camera and like a selfie stick or the magnet mount would probably be in my hand. So that would make this even more of a lightweight setup. So with the neck mount, all I would do is disconnect, find a nice little spot like this right here, and lock them in. Boom. Now, when I'm headed out, that's all I have to do to get to all of my items whenever I walk out of the house. Absolutely dope. I'm just saying. Okay, so that was all of the items that I personally use for the Action 5 Pro. And again, these items can be used for many different type of action cameras, whether it be GoPro or whatever. The latest ones, whatever you use. I'm pretty sure you can find some type of product that fits the bill and is comparable. Again, I use these personally every time I pull out this camera, so I know that these items actually work. If you found this video useful or informative, drop your boy a like. And as always, I appreciate each and every last one of you guys that watch these videos, all 10 of y'all. I promise you, I really do appreciate it. Anyway, if you found this video and found it informative, once again, drop your boy a like, subscribe to the channel, share the video, whatever you decide to do. Until next time, this has been the Action 5 Pro accessories video. This your boy Tate. I'm gone. Peace.